Today I wanted to talk about something which I think is often said in martial arts, especially in karate, and I think it's a little bit misleading, okay? Now, very often at the end of a technique we're told, tense everything up, tense everything. Now, if you look in my earlier videos, you'll see I'm very much in favour of relaxed technique, okay? It's faster, it's more fluid, it's more powerful, there's much greater impact on the end of it. And I've explained before, if you look at some of the, I'll put a link below. But in some of my previous videos, I've talked about at the end of the technique, rather than tensing, it should be taut, okay, like a stressed out feeling, okay? Now, the other thing I wanted to take into account today is there's an emphasis on the whole body, okay, or used to be, everything tensing, you know, arms, legs, torso, neck, both arms, and it's just not required. So just to kind of prove a point, I want to look at some of the techniques, just doing it one-handed, and I'm going to leave this side completely limp and relaxed. So if we start off with Shuto, now knife hand strike. Okay, now while I'm doing that technique, I'm engaging this leg to get me that twist, okay? I'm engaging the muscles across the back to take that movement across to the other arm, and obviously I'm engaging this arm. This arm is, as you can see, I just left it completely relaxed by my arm, but by my side. It just wasn't doing anything. This leg, all that did is took my forward movement and just anchored me. Again, that was very relaxed, hardly did anything at all. I activated through the leg, through across the back, and bang, out the arm. Okay? If I do it again with like a Nagayuki, it's the same thing. This leg is pushing off, slingshotting across the back, out through this arm, and this arm's completely relaxed. This leg is just keeping me in position, okay? Now, I'm not saying that's the way we should do our techniques, okay? Obviously with a Shuto, it's nice to have two hands up, because when I do a Shuto, I've got applications I can use there, okay? I can use that one as a strike. So I've got two things that I can use there from a practical point of view. From a technical point of view, I've said before, your muscles act like rubber bands, and the more you stress the rubber band, the more that rubber band wants to let go at the end of it. And if you stretch out with the other arm, it's like you've got that elastic band going around the back and out the other arm, okay? So the two arms do work together. The only point I want to make here is we don't need to tense, and we should be focused on the muscle groups that we're actually using for the movements, okay? There's no point in me tensing up my other arm, tensing up my stomach muscle when I'm not really using the stomach, tensing up the neck muscles, okay? Focus on the movements that the muscle groups that you're actually using. And an easy way to test this, if you've got a partner, is best, but if not, you can just do it against the wall. So if I just take the Shuto, for example, put my hand against the wall, now if I push this hand into the wall, I can just feel the muscle groups through my body that are being engaged. And it's the same ones I'm talking about before. My arm's being engaged, it's being engaged across my back, that leg's being engaged, this arm isn't being engaged, this leg isn't really being engaged, so I can feel which muscle groups are actually working on this technique, okay? You can do it with any technique you like. I mean, you could do it with a reverse punch, okay, so to turn my back to you, but again, if I push into the wall, I can feel the arm being engaged, I can feel that leg down there being engaged, I can feel the back muscles being engaged. So you can actually feel what muscles are being engaged. If you've got a partner, then you can use them, a bit of pressure on them, but sometimes that's a little bit easier because you've got a little bit of give there. But like I say, feel what muscle groups are actually being engaged, okay? Don't tense them, but activate them, use those muscle groups, and don't try and sense your whole body and emphasize body parts that aren't really being used in the technique. Okay, so I hope that helps, because again, the more you can relax your body, a couple of things. First of all, you're going to move faster. You're going to have more impact on the end. It's like a whip. You know, when you crack a whip, there's no tension in the whip at all. Okay. The other thing is, by keeping your body relaxed, you're not wasting energy. When you're under the duress of a real fight, or even a sport fight for that matter, but when you're under the duress of a fight, real combat, self-defense, you don't want to be wasting a lot of energy and getting yourself out of breath because you're using muscle groups that you don't need to use. Just stick the muscle groups that you do need to use, and you find you save a lot of energy that way and have more impact. So I hope that's useful to you. If it is, please like and subscribe below. Pass this video on to your friends, and thank you very much for listening.